What's good, y'all? This is Ray Daniels, a.k.a. the Culture Referee, and this is the Raydar Report, where we talk about culture, things, I give advice, we piss people off. It's a little fun. So I'm throwing the ball to Rocky. Rocky has something she want to bring up. Let's go.
Yeah, so I saw that R. Kelly overdosed yesterday, and his team filed an emergency motion in order to get him out of there because somebody told him to take an extra dose of something, and he did, and he ended up going to the hospital. But mind you, he's been trying to get to the hospital for months. And why are you laughing?
So R. Kelly is in the hospital right now from an apparent overdose. Now, he apparently overdosed in solitary confinement and says that the guards gave him the dope, or that it was his normal medication, but they doubled it up in an effort to try to kill him, which is all the reason more that he should be pardoned. This is basically what he's saying. I'm not saying, I'm saying he's been trying to get a pardon from the president, and then just the timing of it. I mean, I didn't know they were passing out drugs like that. I mean, strong narcotics or benzos or whatever you could overdose on. I didn't know. I sometimes the comfort things, they give you an Advil or something. I don't. You know what I mean? Like, it just, the whole thing doesn't really make sense to me, other than the fact that it's a narrative to push him towards the pardon or to give him an excuse to get the pardon. So, I mean, I don't know who he's paying. Apparently, you pay whatever it is to a crypto, you get a pardon or something with this. Story developing.
All right, so I don't know Kels like that, right? I met him a few times, but I don't know him like that. But like, I immediately go to the Gayle interview where he says, "Why y'all doing this to me?" And the picture, R. Kelly just is really good at being a victim.
Right.
Like, why y'all doing this to me? Nigga, like, you ain't been the one messing with 14-year-old girls. Like we did it to you, right? Like,
I ain't gonna hold you though. When I saw that, I was thinking, like, what if he did that? Like, what if he got somebody to give him the extra dose?
That's why I started laughing. That's why I started laughing. Because I'm like, Kel's gonna get out that damn jail.
Yeah, but he did have blood clots in his leg. They found
he
blood
was
clots
gonna
in his
get
legs
out
and his
of
lungs.
that jail. He was going to get the fuck. It was like that Gayle interview. He was going. That's why I laugh. I'm like, Kels was like, and when I saw it last night. So let me just give y'all the story while I'm smiling. So last night, obviously anybody knows me knows when I go home I take an edible. So I get, so like last night I was high as hell and I saw this. And I thought to myself, well, that's a good way to get out of fucking jail. Just overdose.
That's crazy.
You get high, you get it. You what they call it? What they call it when you what they call it? Retention, when you like have sex and then you don't come. Like it's like that. It's like you have the sex, but you ain't nothing. Like that's what R. Kelly's dealing with now. He almost died, but he didn't. He got really high, and now and by the way, he probably woke up in that prison bed saying, "Oh my God." That nigga was. You gotta understand. So R. Kelly is the one person. Who do you think doesn't want to be in jail more, R. Kelly or the Tiger King?
Oh, R. Kelly for sure.
No, the Tiger King. That nigga goes, Quan, the Tiger King, that nigga be going in. Every time somebody get pardoned, that nigga make a damn release a statement. I should not be in here. Every time a rapper, something happened to Tory Lanez got stabbed, or R. Kelly is like, I'm not safe. Like, he's going to find a reason to get out. And to me, kudos to him. For overdosing to get out. I mean, that's why I'm not meaning to laugh, but it's just funny to me. It's like, come on, bro. Like, he wanted to get out that cell bad as fuck.
He was in solitary confinement, so I think this is not, instead of trapped in the closet, trapped in confinement. That's gonna be the next thing. He gonna find a way to make it witty. He gonna make a song about it. He gonna do something.
I don't know about that, man. I'm not gonna make fun of him. I'm just saying.
No. But you see, I did the Chris Brown remix. The Chris Brown remix. You see, he gave us that through the phone.
Man, you think they gonna let R. Kelly give them a trapped in the in confinement in solitaire? You think they're gonna do a phone interview? I'm trapped in this solitaire. It's rats. It's like, come on, man. Like, listen, man. I feel bad for the brother. But he played in everybody's face for 30 years. 30 years of like he played in the faces so long that it was girls that was born after he started playing. Like, it was girls that was 19. He been playing for 28 years. Like, you've been playing longer than y'all been born. And he likes young girls and he gonna pay for it. And to me, I don't have a problem with that. Like, cause they warned you after Aaliyah, after the girl with the video, he was picking up girls from his trial. Like girls that was on his trial, teenage girls that was on his trial, saying free him. He started messing with them.
Crazy. Hey Ray, I got.
He deserved to be in jail. Go on, Mosi. What you talking about? He deserved to be in jail.
Man, this is gonna sound crazy, but who's worse, him or Diddy?
R. Kelly by far.
Word.
R. Kelly had women in rooms with buckets, and they could not leave their room. Not because they weren't unavailable, just because he didn't feel like seeing them.
Wow.
Put you in he had women locked up and like treated them like animals. Like, nigga, she couldn't even use the bathroom. She had to use a fucking bucket.
Yeah, you don't.
I mean,
no
I think that's what I'm saying. Like, I think R. Kelly. I mean, at least Puff was paying everybody. Like,
sure.
Like I was looking at the interview with the Punisher on Vlad,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah.
he was like, "He ain't trafficking me. I had a good time." I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the people with Kels, they're too young to
was
even
like
know
torture.
that is wrong.
For sure.
You dealing with 17-year-old, 18-year-old girls, they don't even know they're doing nothing wrong. So Kels is way off.
So it's way off, right? So
Yes.
why are people giving Diddy more of a hard time?
Because Diddy is a billionaire and R. Kelly was broke. And that's why they went after. See, let me tell you something. You gotta find a way to attack somebody. So it's like Tupac has a famous saying, don't go to war unless your money right?
Sure.
Diddy's a billionaire. Diddy was a billionaire. He's in jail right now, fighting a RICO charge. A year ago, I think everyone in this room would have bet their life that it was no way Diddy's gonna be in jail.
Sure.
Yeah, so he's in jail now because the times have changed, right? Times have changed, and he started getting extra black. You know, like Puff is out there saying he's at, by the way, shout out to Rashad and Bilal, he's at InvestFest like, man, I'm here to help every black person. We're gonna take it back. And here's my only thing I'm gonna tell anybody black listening. If you get money with white folks, if white folks are paying your shit, my nigga, don't come over here with that black shit.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why. Because Puff he turned extra black when they turned against him. See, that's my only issue. When you get to their table, right?
Yeah.
And you around black folks, you a big deal, right? If you
Yeah.
Puff Daddy, you around black folks, you a big effing deal, right?
Yeah.
Like, so think about that. So now if you get to this where Puff is, where, you know, you're like at the dinner table with these people. Now, mind you, you're the richest black man in the room, every room you walk into.
Right.
But then you're at the table with somebody, and by the way, not only are you rich and black, you're rich, powerful, and famous and black, right?
Right.
So think about it. You're one of the most famous men on earth, and now you're sitting at the dinner table with whoever it is that owns, what's the company that everybody's talking about? Diageo. You're sitting at the dinner table with Diageo, and then you realize you're sitting with one man, and then you realize his kids are all individually worth more than you.
Wow.
That's when it hits you. When it's like, holy shit, I'm still a nigga. And I think he started realizing, I'm never gonna get rich. By the way, they have their finger on my neck. That's another thing. Puff is not famous. Puff is famous. Diageo folks are not famous.
Yeah.
So for them, it's like, they're what we call old school rich power. They're rich, powerful, and don't want no one to know who they are. They don't need to be famous to control the world, right? Puff did. So now you're at the table with these rich white folks and you realize that their kids are worth more than you. Wow. Then you realize, damn, I've been out here acting like I am the richest black man in the world. I am the richest black man in this world that I live in, but I go sit at their dinner table and they sit me at seat 3.
Crazy.
Now, see, that's why, you know, I like Hove, because Hove might not, you go look at the videos when Hove were billionaires. Hove might not be worth 100 like those guys, but he still know I might be worth $2.5 billion, but I'm the nigga with my $2.5 billion. You worth $10 billion and nobody gives a fuck about who you are, except for the people that work for you. Meanwhile, when I walk in the room as Jay-Z, the whole world cares about who I am, right? So he carried it different. Puff was more like a salesman. He was more like the Puff come in the room and say, who I got to dance for to get a check? Who I got to dance for to get a check? So he's dancing to get a check. And by the way, he got a lot of checks dancing. Then he realized he got to keep dancing.
Oh, okay.
And then he realized, damn, I got to dance to get this check. And meanwhile, they kids don't have to do nothing and they got worth more than me. So now you start looking at money differently. You start looking at business differently. You start looking at your deals differently.
Yeah.
Then you start saying, I want my deals to look like this. No, ain't happening.
Yeah.
Little nigga.
Wow.
You better be happy. And then he goes, I'm the biggest. Don't forget, y'all got more money than me, but I'm still Puff. And they go, that can be changed.
Wow.
It could be changed really quick. Because guess what? How do you kill Diageo? You can't. Who owns it? We don't even know. But you can kill Puff. That's what happens when you become the target. He was the target. So Puff being on, go watch that Invest Fest interview, one of his last interviews. Him, the way he was talking, if I'm a white man and I'm seeing this guy who I've made a billionaire, I gave all these deals to, sitting around to I'm here to make sure my people eat, only my people, I only care about black people. They're like, oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
I got something for that. Because in your mind, you thinking, why can't I do that? That's for my kids. But guess how they're thinking? That's going to harm my kids. Let me tell you what white men really believe. White men, let me ask you, so white man says this. Hey, Moski, if you worked your ass off, you just came to school for learning how to be a pilot, right?
Sure.
Learn how to be a pilot, a mechanic on planes, right? You want to learn how to play planes. You're taking acting classes. You're doing everything in your power to become a brand, a global brand, or a rich brand at some point, right?
Sure.
Okay, so imagine you're doing all of these things and you're doing it right, and somebody tries to take it from you. Like, no. Somebody tries to take it from you that just met you. Just met you. Think about it, right?
Yeah.
You've been working your whole life to get here.
Sure.
How old are you, Moski?
26.
You 35 now. You up a couple mil. You've been doing everything. Now you meet this girl or this person, right? Now this person, like literally, the minute you give them access to you, you're giving them the opportunity to take you down. That's what people don't understand. Like, so with Puff, they had access to you. All they had to know, like, you know how many times you sit at the table and see a nigga do something and you know it's wrong, and you just be like, I'm gonna log that in case I need that later.
Wow.
I remember on December 18th, 2019, when you hit that girl, because I wrote it down.
Oh, wow.
That's how it works. They just keep in count. And then the minute you start turning extra black, Puff, they say, let's turn the blacks on you now and tell them who you really are. I don't respect no nigga that tap dance for white people but steps on blacks. I just don't respect it. As a, like you ain't gonna come dance on us now, and look what happens. They take them now. So it's a lot of this shit. But anytime you get that rich, if they can't do it to Farrakhan, have you ever heard anybody take Farrakhan down? You can't hurt him. You can't because he didn't sit at the table with you and your kids. Puff did. The minute you sit at the table with them and your kids, the minute they can size you the fuck up. They size them up, they know what it is, and now he's in jail.
So that's your example you speak of about power versus money. You know what I'm saying?
Like we always talk about the black community, generational wealth. Puff had generational wealth.
But they had generational power.
They had generational power. And power will always win over wealth. Because wealth eventually dwindles if you don't have no power to keep it up.
Gotcha.
So Puff had generational wealth, but those people at Diageo had generational power. And they just flexed it on him. And that's why he's in jail. R. Kelly was just he was just broke. Fucking black girls that nobody cared about. Or the notion was nobody cared about him. And they let him get away with it. And then once RCA, his label, stopped protecting him, he was gone. He was gone.
Ah, man.
Bro, we be acting like niggas don't know, like, oh, and we try to make companies bad. Like, I ain't being like, I'm a Knicks fan, my nigga. Like, if you did some fucked up shit, but you can help us win the championship. I mean, I might look past that fucked up shit as long as you don't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you wanted to win a championship, I'm like, hey, I don't care if he had a domestic dispute. He helped us win. Nigga, somebody help him stop having domestic disputes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, that's the world we live in. We act like winning is not put over everything in America. That's all it is. When R. Kelly was winning, he was allowed to do what he wanted. Once he stopped, the winning stopped. He's in jail fighting for his life, overdosing to get out of jail to go lay in a hospital bed to see what it's like to lay on a cushion for a couple days. Dang. That's where his life is at because he took advantage of his position. What else we got?
So what I've learned from this Diddy trial is that I might be a man. I ain't gonna lie. I must be a man. And I say that I might be a man because it seems like the majority of women feel like anything a woman does in her early adulthood that is bad, she shouldn't be held accountable for if it was done in the name of love. Like, are y'all understanding what I'm trying to say? Like,
cooking.
It's like, regardless of what evidence is presented, women are finding excuses. Like, I don't have, as a woman, I don't think God gave me that gene to make excuses for shit that is clearly inexcusable. Like, she's literally sending messages, initiating the freak offs. She was literally on the stand and said, I wanted to do them because I didn't want him to do them with anybody else. She said in the text message, I'm always ready for a freak off. And it's like, instead of taking her words at face value, women are like, actually, she was groomed. And because she was groomed, she was just saying whatever she thought would make him happy. She didn't really like it. She just liked it because he liked it. And she just wanted to please her man. Where's y'all getting that from? Like, my brain does not work like that. Maybe I'm just not empathetic enough, but my brain does not work like that.
No, you got it right. And it's a lack of accountability. It's a lack of responsibility. It's a lack of taking ownership. And for some reason, we've always claimed that these people are the victims. Don't matter if they have equal rights. Don't matter if they have the ability to choose for themselves. It's victim when it's convenient, but then it's accountability and ownership when it's beneficial, right? It's equality when it's beneficial. Everybody is smart until they dumb and it's time to get paid. I've said throughout this whole thing, I've been consistent. I'm standing on it, and I'm going to just literally go down with the ship on this. I believe that she was an accomplice. I believe that she was the Bonnie to his Clyde. I also believe that she got out just in time in order to claim victim, and then she was going broke. And the fact that I found out during this trial through people that were in the courtroom that she FaceTimed the dude while Diddy was busting her down that she's with now, and now he's still getting her pregnant, it's all a play. And he was going broke, they was going broke, it was a money play, and now this is what you see happening. I still don't rock with her.
So one of the only 2 black male jurors in Diddy's case were dismissed by the judge due to inconsistency responses on where he lived. And he was replaced by a 57-year-old white man. So what do you feel about that, considering that could sway the jury and just what they're trying to do? Because you feel like Diddy was going to get out. But
I still think it is. 57-year-old white man is different than a 30-year-old white woman. No, men are tired. The way I look at men, if you want to know who men are, ladies, world, you want to know who men are in America, look at the Trump election. That lets you know everything you need to know about men. Every outlet on TV, Trump is the worst. Trump can't win. We can't let this man win again. That nigga won by a blowout because men were tired. Men are not going to argue. Men are not going to sit around and debate with you about what they think is best. They're just going to make the move. So to me, having a 57-year-old white man still helps Puff, because you guys act like every man hasn't had the experiences, hasn't been lied on, hasn't been lied about, and a rich man. It's like, it's weird how we going. So, but I still think he's gonna be fine. I think he's gonna be fine.
Supposedly they played one of the tapes in court yesterday, and they said
people started laughing.
Yeah, so they saying something in there that we not.
No, it's not that, y'all.
What they play?
No, they say they played the freak off.
They played the freak off. No. They played the freak off, and one woman was like, and another guy was like, jurors are real people like us. That's what people forget, G. Like, people are like, jurors are like, okay, let's breed a juror. Let's breed someone who has no biases. Nigga, they just like us. They're just like us. In my mind, it's like, I still think Puff gets off. This is not a RICO trial. We haven't heard one person say my life was in danger. We've heard people say my life wasn't. I felt my life was in danger.
And they went back around.
But you got out and you came back the next day, so it couldn't have been in that much fucking danger. When that girl came in here screaming, Zaria, Alex was told, you are not welcome back here till I see a motherfucking restraining order.
Yo,
guess what? Crazy. Look, you think I'm playing? I got the restraining order. I'm not playing. This ain't no TV shit for me. Nigga, you better get him up and straight up against that goddamn girl. When a woman covers it, they like, ooh, Lauren LaRosa, the prosecution did they big one. It's on. He about to go down. It's not a RICO trial. If this is a domestic violence case, I say it gets off. I think women just, when you see, just do me a favor, pay attention to the coverage. When a woman covers it, they like, ooh, Lauren LaRosa, the prosecution did they big one. It's on. He about to go down. Or whatever she's saying, like, and then you pay attention to the men, and the man is like, I don't see a trial here. I really don't understand Puff's on trial for. I swear to God, I'm being honest with you. I really, like, as the trial is going on, remember, we thought it was orgies. We thought it was like sex trafficking children, and he was like at parties, and it's like, now bring the kids out. Like, it was like, he was just a freaky ass nigga doing freaky ass shit with his girl. And he paid for it. Now, if that's a crime, charge him for that. But that's not a RICO. Basically what I'm saying, this should be a state trial and cameras should be allowed inside. We should be able to hear what the fuck going on. rather than reading this shit on the internet, my nigga. Like,
it's like you said, though. It's just like he made the right person mad. I mean, he made the wrong person mad, and they're just trying to make an example out of him. You feel me?
but that's what I'm saying, though. Like, it becomes, what they do is they take the strongest black
For sure.
in the middle of the street and they whoop them.
Boom. Boom.
And that's why I like Kanye. Because they tried to whoop him, but Kanye whips back.
Yeah, Kanye's different. I give him that.
Kanye whips back. It's like, you can hate him. I understand if you don't like his method. We don't like a lot of Trump methods, but he's still our motherfucking president.
Kanye's different.
There's some irony in
Right?
that.
So I'm saying, and by the way, they're both Geminis.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, they both Geminis. Geminis. Anybody Gemini? You're a Gemini? Okay, cool. Gemini. Don't fuck with no Gemini, nigga. They don't play, nigga.
Oh, wow.
Geminis are the motherfucking craziest people on earth.
Wow.
So I'm just trying to tell you that shit. I'm just trying to tell you.
That's crazy. That's great.
But yeah, I would just say that. So you know, they got, but I think Puff gets off. My thing that I'm looking at see is how do the celebrities who have been around them react? If I'm Puff, you ever seen that Chris Rock, Bernie Mac movie, Head of State? When Bernie Mac was asked to be when Bernie Mac was asked to be his vice president to his brother, and he got off the train, and they was like, "Hi, I'm your brother," and he slapped everybody. Yeah, that's how I would move. Everybody would get smacked. If I'm Puff, everybody. Everybody is getting smacked. Except for Ye. I'm throwing a party, and the only people invited is my kids, Ye and his kids. Cause it's like, y'all literally, like, that's my thing. Like, my only issue with this world is that we don't stand by our pieces of shit. Shout out to RCA. When Kels was a piece of shit, they stood by that piece of shit. Soon as he stopped being a good piece of shit, they let him go and he goes to jail. They like, y'all can get him now. But he was a good piece of shit to us. It's just weird how the world works, man. It's just weird. What else we got?
So,
what else we talking about?
Chastity.
What they got in the chat? Timu Diddy. Yeah. They saying, I say you look like Walgreens Al Sharpton. Y'all look mean as fuck. Oh my God. Let's go. Jahiem, play it. Let me see the clip.
I look like Jahiem. I do? Yeah. You trying to pull my leg, ain't you?
It's nice to meet you.
I look like him, man?
Yes.
I wish I had his money.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, he probably know that.
Somebody cared and you should have received that. But you didn't. You made a mockery of a fan. You don't have that many. I don't agree.
I seen him last week, ironically.
Jahiem.
Yes. Swear on
You
everything.
can tell Alexis to come in if you want. You can tell her to come in.
Yeah. And my interaction totally different. But the difference is, me and him was like, hey, how you doing, brother? You know what I'm saying? Grateful for your talent.
You didn't treat him like a fan. You didn't have a camera in his face.
So I think, like Justin Bieber, people sometimes be like, hey, bro, it get to a point where
We got a relationship expert just walked in just in case it's about relationships. Let's go. No, we talking about Decatur. Yeah, next topic. Let's go.
So it's like, yeah, I think Jahiem just want to be left alone. Like you, Ray, yourself. I met you many a times, quick interaction, moving on. People like, man, why don't you? I'm like, hey, man, buddy, you got to respect people's peace. And I think he was just trolling because he was like, hey, look here, I'm here shopping like you. I ain't got time for that. But I get what you're saying.
Alex, you could literally say right now to everybody in this room, y'all do me a favor and not bring up that girl that walked in the office. And nobody will honor that shit. Because you did it to your motherfucking self. I hear you, bro. I hear you, but my point is this, is that you're Jahiem. You should be happy someone noticed you. Like, let alone, you're playing a fan on camera. If someone spots you next time, they're going to don't talk to that nigga. You can't afford to do that when you're Jahiem. He can't afford to do that. Like, he cannot.
I'll give you a good example.
Go ahead, Mosey. Come on.
I'll give you a good example. Y'all, I don't know if y'all saw that video when Future did it. You feel me?
Yeah.
He was like, "This is not me. This is AI."
Yeah.
Future can do that.
No, I agree. I actually agree with Ray.
But Future's also one of the most famous. See what I'm saying? This is when you got to just Jahiem. It's like if I'm his manager, I'm like, hey, nigga, be thankful somebody discovered you. That's kind of equivalent to that Bow Wow shit when he was like, nobody notices me. No one cares. Jahiem was like, that's not me. Phone down. Like, honestly, I think she filmed it. If you would have said it is you, no one would have cared. I think the reason why we care is because you said it's not you, and everybody's like, yo, goofy ass, don't even claim yourself. That's what I'm saying. Like, no disrespect, Jahiem, but it's like, I know you're real, but it's like, nigga.
Like disrespecting the blessing.
I can't even think about it. What else we got, man? What else we got, man? What else we talking about?
Perfect time with Alexis being in here, the Cam and
let's see it.
Michelle.
I'm looking at a successful black man that has the ability to literally turn the narrative on black family, you know? Mm-hmm. And my grandfather, I watched my uncles and everything. My whole family, they're married. I'm not the girl who didn't see what a man creating a black family is supposed to be. So I'm asking right now, black men, and I tell my black men to really step up for black women and create families. Yeah. It's really not cool.
I got Alexis here. She's she's one of the biggest relationship experts in the city, dating coaches. Alexis, first of all, how you doing, Ms. Decatur?
I'm good, Esau.
We talked about you and how Portia, Mosky. So Mosky did a room. So no, we was talking about you because I was saying that, the East Side girls, and I was telling them how you said East Side girls have their dad.
They absolutely do.
Okay, perfect. So my question to you, so that's Alexis, so now y'all know if you watch the show. Okay, so Mosky know. So I feel like this. Here's my thoughts on this, and Alexis, you can jump in right after. I just feel like this. I feel like people give people grace for dumb reasons instead of the right reasons, right? So like, I feel like people saying Cam making a broken home, right? Cam has 8 kids? How many? 6 different baby. Okay, let's say he has 6 baby mamas. I don't know. Somebody can look it up in a room. I don't care. But that's not the point. The point is that all of his kids probably were made with love, right? But things didn't work out, right? So it's like people say get married. Do you know what happens to him if he gets married?
Let's not even make it about that. Let's just make it about the fact that he came from a traditional family dynamic, a regular nuclear family.
I need you to skate so I can see a little bit.
And he still ended up with six kids by 3 different baby mamas.
He also was a superstar football player. Absolutely. That every room he walked into, there was a girl that wanted him. Absolutely. So at some point in time, my thing is this, do we not... Okay, let me tell you something. My cousin Paul, I got a cousin named Paul. Paul got 5 women, 5 baby mamas. Paul gets no flack. Paul gets no grace. It's like, nigga, you were just fucking raw out here, cuz. Like, you was just enjoying yourself fucking raw, right? Cam is Cam. He was the number 1 draft pick, MVP for a player. He's a black dude. He from Atlanta. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. And Atlanta niggas is the coolest niggas on the earth. I'm just being honest with you. Like, he from Atlanta. He got all this stuff working. And you mean to tell me I'm surprised he didn't have 40 baby mamas from 40 different women. I'm being honest with you. I'm surprised he had 40 different, because it's like we all men in here. We all okay looking men, Daria. It's okay. We could be honest. Like, I don't know how many men in here got women being thrown at them as soon as they walk in. Like, Terry, do you walk in the store and women are like, I want to give you something tonight? Me neither. It's just not a thing that happens to most men. Mosky, Quan, do you walk into the grocery store and somebody's like, can we fuck? Girl just walks and you wish it though, don't you, Quan? Of course you don't. You wish it to every man wishes that, right, Terry?
No, sir.
Cam had it.
No, sir. No, sir.
The shit that every man wished for, Cam had every day. And they're still saying broken homes. What about the girls? I know that man. Listen, let me tell you something. I don't know about Cam, but I know as a man, as a successful black man who understands the weight of every move I make, when you take that condom off,
that's the risk that you take.
That's me telling you I trust you with my life, my children, my money, as a man, you know the minute you take it off, you're putting yourself in danger zone. Okay, so if a man knows that, imagine a woman that got to carry the baby. Imagine a woman that got to deal with it. They all dealt with this. He's a rich man, and they all wanted to have a baby from him. The same with Nick Cannon, the same with Future, the same with any man that's out here getting a whole lot of money, that like women, that want a couple partners that he like, okay, that's the list of people who I go in raw. You're on that list, and that's everybody else. You want to be over there? I mean, that's really what it is. Like, it's 6 women that matter to him if he has 6 baby mamas. I just hate that they do that to him because it's like, I don't think Cam was sleeping. I don't think Cam thinking he was going to be a Super Bowl champion, Hall of Famer, #1 draft pick, thought to himself, like, I'm about to have a baby with somebody who's going to take me down. I thought he probably said, I love this woman. I want her to have my child. It's women that I've met that I was like, man, I'd love to have a child with you because you just love them so much. Why can't that be it? Like, do you see lions marrying each other? Do you see them holding ceremonies, my nigga? It's like, it's human nature. We just made it a business. By the way, I respect it. It needs to be the business. But my point, I just think that we got to stop getting on the athletes like the women aren't being taught. Because let's be clear. I'm going to piss y'all off. I'm going to piss Alexis off. I'm only saying it to piss her off. Name an athlete, a white athlete, with more than 1 baby mama. Probably so. I like you said that, Quan. Alexis loved that. Alexis like, thank you.
Thank you.
But the point is, that's good that we don't know. Keep your fucking business to yourself. Like, even if that's the case, protect the house. But my thing is, we don't see a lot of, like, Ben Roethlisberger don't have 8 baby mamas. Imagine if Aaron Rodgers had 8 baby mamas. It's a black thing. It's how, because white girls are taught, that nigga, don't let that nigga nut in you until that nigga put a ring on that finger. And black girls are like, just roll with him, be down. We teach black girls to be down, and we teach white girls to wait for time to get up. We gotta stop teaching that to the black girls. Oh, you with me, Alexa? The floor is yours. I ain't even looking at you. Go ahead.
White women are taught discretion. Ooh. Black women want to be seen and heard now.
Hold on. Say that again.
White women are taught discretion. The old school way that black women back in the day used to have about being discreet. Like, if you messing with a millionaire, you ain't got to tell the world. So yeah, Aaron Rodgers might have a couple baby mamas, but we don't never know because white women keep it on the low.
So are you saying that black girls needed? I want to know the solution. How we fix it? Are we okay? Are we okay with this, or do you say we should change it? I want to hear your thoughts.
We should change it, but we should also be aware that you know what you're getting yourself into. As a black woman, you know you're messing with a millionaire who has all the women after him. So it's your responsibility to hold down your part. Play your role. You know your role.
So let me tell you something. So one of my close female friends, at the time, she was 40, right? She's a journalist. I'm not saying her name, but you have to hear this. So she's a journalist, and she was interviewing a stripper for a piece that she was doing. It was the best thing ever. You're going to love this. So she says she's interviewing a stripper, and she asked her, like, what kind of man you like? And mind you, she's 40. The stripper is like 22. I remember it was an 18-year gap between her and the girl she was interviewing. And the stripper was like, she started describing the man she wanted. And my homegirl was like, Ray, this bitch is describing the same nigga I want. I can't compete with a 22-year-old having threesomes, fucking bringing girls home. I can't compete with that. Like, it's real competition out here. And by the way, they all compete for the same nigga. I feel bad for Cam. I'm being for real. Like, I feel bad for him because it's like, dog, you know what it's like. Like, you've been out with me. You know what it's like. Girls are aggressive when they think you got something. And I ain't nowhere near what Cam is. So imagine, and I ain't 6'6". You know, I'm 5'9". You know, chicks He tall. That nigga gonna be the worst person in the world. Long as that nigga tall.
Over 6 feet. That's
Listen,
the
that nigga could beat your ass, be in jail, felon. But he over 6 feet. You know, like 5'9" nigga like me can't get no love. But that's okay. My point is that Cam gets a lot of love. And he still, like, to me, I think he did right. Like, and he got 2 with the girl, because I think the girl he's with, he wants to be with. I believe that. Like, that's why he put 2 in her. You make a mistake on 1. You don't drop 2 by mistake. Like, unless you just don't give a fuck. And I don't seem like he's that. So that's what I was saying.
But just to add on to what y'all saying, bro, like about white men might have multiple like females, but people just don't know. Like, it's facts, bro, because I know this girl, bro, like she's married to this like wealthy guy or whatever. You feel me? Like his family owns this like drug business or whatever. But like she knows he's cheating, but she's at the crib like, yeah.
He's cheating in peace.
Yeah, let him cheat. You feel what I'm saying? She's not gonna bring it up or whatever, but she's aware, but she knows. He pays the bills, he takes care of me, I don't work, I'm just at the house. So she doesn't make it a problem.
She's smart. She's smart. Same way you go into a job. It's a fucking job. I think relationships would be better when we talking to a relationship expert. I think relationships would be better if when we start looking at our relationship as a job rather than looking at it as an added benefit to our life.
It's a business.
Because let me tell you why I say that. Because if you look at it like a added, like I was watching a movie last night. One of my favorite shows is a show called Your Friends and Neighbors, right? The guy goes up to his wife's house, his ex-wife, and she literally, all he did, he got fired. He got fired first episode. He just wanted to go see his kid. Like, I want to eat some ice cream with my son. He pick his son up from school, take him to get ice cream, drop him off at the house. The ex-wife is like, why are you here? It's not your day. And he's like, I just want to spend time with my son. And she was like, I don't care. And he was like, well, you cheated on me. And she's like, we're not doing this. And it's like, women are gangster, my nigga. Women will cause a problem and we're not doing this. Women will cause an issue and we're not doing this to you. And like, we're not doing this. So a lot of it is like, you know, like women know how to say, like, we're not doing this. We are not doing this. And it's like, okay. And they start going crazy. Niggas just be like, okay, I'll leave it alone.
Crash out.
Yeah, crash out. Like, black girls know how to crash the fuck out to get out of some shit. Like, can we just talk about how you're respecting me? Not now. Not now. I've been like.
So y'all rather that? So y'all rather them cry than do that? Because with white women, they cry in that moment.
Well, I haven't really dealt with white girls like that to know how they are.
White women don't do that though. White women, they know this is strategic.
Hold on, what do white women do? Let's go. Teach the girls.
White women are much more strategic. They're looking at it as a business deal. White women are taught in college that you're not going to college to get a degree. You're going to college to get a man. They find their man in college. They know that that's the cream of the crop.
And black girls get sent to college. Black girls get sent to college to go be independent. They send black girls to college and say, go to college and don't need a man. And they send white girls to college and say, go to college and get your man. They're doing the same fucking thing.
Because they love seeing us miserable.
Well, no, it's not about seeing us miserable. They see their mamas. They see their black mamas.
Can I tell you what I think black people's problem is? I think that we hand trauma down rather than stopping it at us. Like, we hand the trauma down. My mama used to whip me, I'm going to whip my kids. Correct. Rather than being like, my mama whipped me, that wasn't right. Because we come from a place, black people are the only people take pride in being from hell. Like, I ain't never met a motherfucker say, I'm from Afghanistan.
Want to be
Pakistan, nigga. I'm from Pakistan. You know what they do in Pakistan? Yeah. No. Nigga can't wait to say, I'm from Bowen Homes. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Patterson Projects. We can't wait to brag being from the hood. We the only people that take pride in being from hell.
Herd Olympics.
We the only people that do that. So I hear you. So for me, it's like, by the way, you want to trigger black people? All you got to say is, hey, black people, this is what y'all need to do. We also don't want to hear shit.
Don't want to take accountability.
I've never seen Jewish people cursing out a rabbi in the comments.
Ever.
Never. Nigga, Pastor Jamal Bryant say some shit. Man, they talking to that nigga like, this nigga don't know. It's like, we don't respect our prophets either. We literally, and because you know we say it's some shit with them. It's some shit with everybody. It's some shit with all sides. That's what we got to say.
Ray, why do they blame the man anytime it's a broken home? Because at the end of the day, if two people break up, you don't say why you break up. You say why y'all broke up.
Can we talk about the cycle? Can we talk about the cycle? Hold on. I'm gonna present the cycle to my friend, my BFF. Here's a cycle that I noticed that a lot of happen in the black community. And don't curse me out. Hey, camera. Don't curse me out. This is what I noticed. Black girls are attracted to toxic men. They go after toxic men. We talked about this yesterday, fellas. Then all the guys were once good boys, and then you realize that only way you can get the girl you want is to be an asshole, right? So, no, seriously. So black men, we turn into assholes to impress y'all. Y'all be impressed by us. Y'all had babies from us. And then the guy that you ignored when you were younger that you wouldn't give the time of day because your body was right. Now you gain a little weight. Now you got a little pooch, right? Now you ain't as confident as you once was. Now you're taking the nigga that you wouldn't have took 5 years ago. Now you're making that good man take care of that bad man's kids. I am tired of celebrating step parents. I'm tired of that shit. That is the big celebrating step parents is the biggest fake out they sold to men in America.
The man that stepped up.
Nigga, the real man. Who was a real man was tearing that ass up when he was making a baby though, right? You was calling that nigga daddy, wasn't you? When he was making a baby, daddy. Now he like, I'm on to the next. Now you like, this piece of shit nigga, what good guy I need? It's this, yeah, everybody in this room too young. I don't know how I'm saying it, but I started it. Terry might know. It's this artist named Crime Boss. He was on Suave House. He has a record called The Chick. And he tells a story about a nigga knew him named Phil, had a real passion for these hoes. And he talked about a nigga named Phil that liked hoes, and he would go out and buy girls clothes. So she blamed the baby on Phil, even though the other guy was a street nigga. The bad guy was who she knew the father was. So women do that in society. Women are making babies with bad men and then asking good men to take care of them. Why are we not saying stop making babies? I'm asking you that question.
No. Can we first stop asking men why they always feel like they need to rescue women? Can we first start asking?
We do.
Y'all love.
Okay. So here's the difference. No, let's have this conversation. Zaria turned around like, yes. Zaria ain't said a goddamn word. When you said it, Zaria said, you feel me?
Y'all want to save her. You want to save her.
As a man, I'm not going to lie. We love saving women. Can I tell you why? No. Because she makes you feel needed when you saved her. See, that's why No. It might be ego, but let's be clear. You're a mama, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's be clear. If your kids wake up in the morning and walk past you and ask daddy for breakfast, that's gonna hit your ego a little bit too.
No. I would love that.
You're different.
They should love both of us.
No. They should love both of us, but they know the difference between daddy and mommy in my house.
Yeah, but if they favor daddy, listen, daddy, you got it. Like, I love that for y'all.
My kids will look for me to ask me where's mom at so we can ask her what's for dinner. My kids look for me to say, hey.
But that's not typical. That's not typical. Most people will bypass their dad, go straight to their mom and say.
That's my point. And guess what, mama? I know you. You love Cam and Anderson. You love them. Let Anderson say, I want to go somewhere and I want my daddy to take me somewhere you want to go. It's going to hurt you a little bit.
It is.
That's my point.
Absolutely.
See, you different. See, she said go.
Absolutely.
Like, go ahead.
I feel you, but I don't know. I just For me as a man, I do think men like saving women. A woman that needs you, a damsel in distress, will win in society. On the side, who wants to help my toddler? Every man in the room like, hell yeah. We can't wait to save her. Because she's going to greet us with hugs, kiss, not the girl that's on the floor changing the tire. They're going to look at you like, you can't do it to me. It's like, oh, fuck. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, we got to stop with that's another thing. A white woman will let you save her. A black woman won't give you how dare you make you think you saved me, nigga.
Man, listen.
Look at Zaria, she laughed again. You can hit the thing.
You are by yourself, because if you do need a cape, come save me.
But guess why you probably ain't been saved?
Well, facts.
Because you out here acting independent. You gotta act like sometimes you gotta stand on the side of the road and pull that leg up and be like, who wanna pick me up? Sometimes you gotta do that. I'm just saying, like, sometimes you gotta You got to do that. Yeah. What you gonna say, Quan? What you got?
Yo, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like I feel like, and somebody touched on this earlier. I feel like our women, black women, are taught to be independent before they're taught to be a good wife.
And okay, so no, he's not wrong. Give it to. I want to hear this. Now let me say this. As a black man, I will say this. My mother raised me to be a damn good son. She didn't teach me how to be a husband. A black woman, you know who the first person to tell young boys? I'm gonna ask the boys in the room. Who the first person to tell you don't trust a woman? Your mama. Think about that. Think about that, Alexis. Like, we're literally, black women are sabotaging other black women. I walk in the house with my black girl, she 18, my mom like, oh, this bitch, don't trust her. Like, damn.
That's trauma just repeating itself.
I get it. You're right, but what I'm saying is it has to stop. So to your words, you're right. Black women are taught to be independent, but black men are taught to be mama's boys and not husbands. Right? You get the... Come on, Quan, nigga. We got to show them what accountability looks like.
Nah, facts, right? But I think it depends.
You said but, though. You said but, though. My bad. You saying but, though. Don't do that, Quan. You saying but.
It's hard. So for an example, right? There will be let's say you're dating a woman, right? You get into an argument with her, and then she says something like, oh, something about not being a man, right? Ma, how you know what a man is when you never had a man in your life?
Oh yeah,
you never had a man that raised you. Get a mic. How you telling me what a man is?
Get a mic to Alexis, because I want her to touch on that. No, let's touch on that.
I feel like she's gonna make a lot of sense.
That is most women that have a problem with men and call them toxic are women that didn't have a man in the house, so they don't even know how a man-woman relationship is supposed to be. They just saw their mom getting money from niggas and hustling niggas, so they think that's what a man is. So they treat a man like a hustle. So go ahead, Lex.
Or not even just getting money, just seeing a man coming in and out their mama's house and not being responsible for them or the children. Or walking away from their family and not having any accountability to those same children. So black women in general have not learned how to communicate in a way that makes them accountable. That's the very first thing that we lack is accountability.
So, okay, listen, Alex, I don't even want you to talk. I just need you to let her. We have a woman that, no, you can keep the mic. I'm just saying, we have a woman that just brought up accountability. That is, I think the men in the room, we should clap for her. Zari ain't clapping. Zari like, fuck y'all niggas. I ain't clapping on that shit. Women are allergic to accountability. So finish what you're saying. Go ahead.
We don't say I'm sorry. We don't hold our own standards. The standards dip and ebb and flow. And then we want somebody to take us serious. We want the thug. We want the college educated person, but we want to be polished, well put together, and then show up a mess.
And then y'all also want him to be an alpha personality that owns you in the bedroom. Don't be a bitch in the bedroom. Don't be soft. It's like, it's a lot of, I think white women just want a good man. I've never heard a white woman say, I need a 6-pack and 6 inches. I've never heard it. Maybe I don't, but that might be true because I'm around black women 24/7. But I've never heard that.
But white women, they just want to bring home the check because it's a business deal.
Marriage is a business that we've turned into love, and it's not about love. It's all about business. So what else we got?
Have you ever dated outside your race?
Yes, that's all I would like to do.
Now?
Yes.
Okay.
I've always told my sisters to go where they are loved. And I've always told black women to be open to dating, even outside of their race. I love black love, and I would like that. But to see my African-American women sitting around waiting on a black man as he chooses whoever he wants to choose, I want black men to do, if they were a black woman, to build a black family. I'm not the girl that sits up there and looks at the black man when he date a white woman or date someone and say, ooh, you can't do that. White men love me. Like, white men love me.
That was nasty.
Okay, Quan, go ahead. Somebody got something to say. Go ahead. I'm like, I know. And look, Terry, I'm trying to get my thoughts together. Quan, coming hot. Let's go, Quan.
I can't believe she said that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I believe you could love who you want to love. But at the end of the day, like, To say that, I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way, especially coming from K.
So
Michelle.
can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Would you date outside your race?
I have in the past.
Would you marry outside your race?
I wouldn't want to.
I asked you, would you want? Listen, I asked you, would you want to? That's not the question. I asked you. My question to you is very easy. I'm asking very simple yes/no questions. Will you marry outside your race?
See, it's hard to Spanish. Yeah,
that's yes. Then he don't want to say yes because listen. See, hold on, black women. I want you to see this man is scared right now. This man doesn't even want to say his. By the way, let me tell you another thing. Get the mic to Alexis because I got a lot of shit to say to relationship expert. How come what you just said is everything you want? How come a woman can say, I want a six-pack, I want 6 figures, I want 6 feet, and men have to respect it. But the minute a man say, I want her to be light-skinned, it's like, you're a colorist, we hate you.
Y'all say it though.
Dwell on that. Dwell on that. I'm going to the restroom. I got to pee. I'll be right back.
They absolutely do say that though. Men say exactly what they want. They may not say it vocally, but they show it in. That's why in the videos and the TV shows, everybody looks a specific way. Anybody that has had dark-skinned women on TV has always come out and said they had colorism issues as a black woman in TV, in film. So it's not just a black man thing or a black woman thing. It's everybody thing. Colorism is alive and well.
Right. And honestly, the men choose who they choose anyway. So if the woman needs to be picked according to what society normally, you know what I mean, to be chosen, it's like she's voicing who she wants to choose.
Right. I mean, she gets the choice.
The men just go out and do it. We see their type. They don't have to say nothing. It's next to them.
I think the problem is I think a lot of women look for a unicorn. If we keep it in stack, they want a dude that makes $100K a year, tall, 6-pack, light skin. You got to hit all these boxes, and when you add more boxes, the field gets smaller and smaller. A dude just want a girl that look good, intelligent. It's very simple with us. You know what I'm saying?
It's not though. Y'all say it's simple until it gets down to the nitty gritty, and then y'all actually demand a lot more than you say you want on the surface.
Well, it's not just about the nitty gritty. It's about just basic emotional intelligence. Find somebody who likes you. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Like who likes you. The problem is people like who don't like them. That's why you got men talking to women in their Instagram messages silently. You talking to yourself, bro, because she don't like you.
Right.
So like who likes you. Who likes you may be Sean on the garbage truck. Just because your mama told you that you went to MIT and you're successful does not mean you're successful in relationships.
Where do you think that stemmed from? With people wanting what don't want them?
When we were children, our parents told us, especially for girls, books before boys. White women don't tell themselves books before boys. You can have both. You can have we tell our black girls that from the very beginning is to focus on books. Boys will come later. We have to start getting into a rhythm that says we can do both. We can have a relationship and still be successful. We can have a relationship and still love ourselves fully. We're not able to heal ourselves by ourselves. So we got to take accountability and really think about back to our childhood. Our wounds didn't start from right now. They started way back in the childhood when you didn't see a man present in your life.
I tell them most women don't even know how to get along with a man because they I remember when you meet women, you can tell as a man when you met a woman that's never been around a real man, just by how she talks, how you say things it's something simple as saying something like, you tell me something and I'm like, oh, you need to do what? I got you. Don't worry about it. And then 20 minutes later, you're like, did you do it yet? And I'm like, I got you. You still worried? Anybody in my life know, if I say it's done, it's done. But that's because I'm a man. So you can always just tell when a woman been around a man. What else we got?
I see lots of folks really still loving Obama. And I be like, still? And even if you have an affinity towards Obama, when I see people... And when I say people, I'm talking about Questlove. I saw Questlove post something about Obama, and he was like, I've been seeing a lot of folks nitpicking Obama lately. And then I went to unfollow him, but he had already unfollowed me. So I don't know how at this point in this time people are still calling, like a friend of mine still like, but Obama and Michelle are my forever FLOTUS. And I'm like, why? Things like Obama did more specifically for us. Please tell me, what did Obama do specifically for black people? Please.
Let me just start off by saying, I'd never been a fan of Amanda Seales until recently. When she left Facebook and was like, when she took a stand and was like, I'm leaving, I was like, I fuck with that. Because men don't even have the balls to walk away from their check. Like she makes, if you understand content creator world, like Facebook and YouTube, those are like huge parts of your income. So the fact that she walked away from Facebook and Instagram to do what she did, I respect her. But, and I wish, a lot of the times I want people to understand, I be really talking like I'm their friend. I don't know Amanda Seales, but if I was a friend, I would tell her, don't mention Obamas. It's unnecessary. It's literally like literally it's all we got after they took the Cosby's down. Like, honestly, like as black folks, like it's like all we got is Obama and Michelle and their kids. So for her to just go out her way to say that to me is a little like, fuck, Amanda, like. And I don't get Amanda. I don't understand. Like, to me, Amanda issue is that she wants something to happen that's never going to happen because the goal keeps moving in her head. Like, she reminds me of one of them people that, you just never can make happy, right? It's like, they can say, we want equality. You give me equality and they'll find something wrong. Like, to me, this was an example of that. That's why I wasn't a fan, but I wanted to say I became a fan when she was like, I'm leaving this shit. Because as a person that's on internet talking crazy, it's hard to do this, y'all. Like, and her doing it's hard to do this and survive. Numbers be down. It's not like a job. You work 9 to 5. You know how much you're getting paid no matter what. Content creators, you have a bad month, you might have to fire a couple people. Like, it's really hard. So I give her credit for that. But like, stop bringing up the Obamas, man. Like, they are literally forever goated and stoned. This man did something that no one black before he did it thought was even possible. For that, he's goated. And he did it twice. Leave them the fuck alone. Go ahead. Get on the mic. Get the mic. Just make sure you be free. Come on, Mosi. You be loud.
I was going to say, do you think like people do stuff like that for attention?
So here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say no. I don't think Amanda Seales is doing that for attention because I don't do it for attention. Like, people might say, like, people think I'm saying stuff for attention. No, I'm just saying what comes up in the room. And if it comes up, I'm going to give you my honest opinion on it. So I don't think she's doing that for attention. I think she was in the middle of a rant. Then she thought about Obama, been wanting to say it for a minute. She said it, and we ain't seen her in the shade room since she quit. Now she's back on the shade room talking about, it's like, you just don't talk bad about the Obamas.
I don't know if they be clipping her like that, but she one of the names come to mind when you went around the other day with some people who speak a lot about things that bother them publicly. It's like, well, damn, what's going on privately where it's constantly
and see, that's another thing.
Bother you?
I'm glad you said that. That's another thing. I'm not angry. Like, when I say what I say about Jay and I'm disappointed, everybody's like, shut up. It's like, yo, I'm speaking like a friend. That's what people don't understand about me. Like, I would have said this to Jay. I ain't gonna lie, man. Just help the man. Like, I would have said that. Like, by the way, I wish someone said that for me at times. Don't everybody in the room wish someone spoke up for them? Exactly. So my thing is, I just think she was in the middle of a rant. She got caught up, but like, nah, she can't. She get
Insecure. They called her out for being a mean girl.
Let me tell you something. Nobody is more confused than a mixed child that identifies with one side more than the other, because usually that means that's probably the most underrepresented side in her life, right? So maybe her white side of her family was probably the most prominent, right? She was a teenage star, so her mother put on Nickelodeon. She probably had a white mother, probably making sure she got to everything. And then she woke up and realized, like, trust me, like, when I wrote that letter, Dear White Music Execs, it wasn't as drastic as that. But that was the first time that I got treated like I was black in the music business. I didn't know I wasn't black until I said something that for black folks, then I got treated black. Then it was like, oh shit. So yeah. Shout out to Amanda Seales, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, people like her I pray for more than anything because she just wants to be happy and don't know how. And by the way, you can just, if I'm being honest with you, what Amanda really need to do is come to Atlanta, come meet Alexis Beasley, and let her find her man. Because as a man, this is unfortunate. I'm gonna say this. Women, don't get mad. Zari already put her head down. Like, don't say. But hear me out. As a man, nah, I ain't going. I'm not going.
What you was talking? Come on, you can't even leave it like that. Cliffhanger.
You have to now.
Oh, well, all I'm saying is this: is that as a man, I could tell when a woman's getting dick down and not getting dick down. I can look at a woman and tell. I could tell by how you talk, because I know what I do, and I know if that was my woman, we just finished doing what I did, and she goes and complains, I'm looking like, what the fuck is the problem? I just gave you some amazing dick. You just can't, like, what's the problem? I want to bet money.
She don't even have.
And if she is, it's not what she wants. You could listen. Let me tell you something. As alpha a female is, I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't give a fuck how much of an alpha female she is. She wants that alpha male to come dominate her. That is because that means that she met her match. Because now she can feel safety in her feminism. Because I always got to be an alpha. Now I got a man that's an alpha. So my nigga that's an alpha now, I could be that. But I could tell she ain't getting no. She probably ain't been had no. She probably even like sex. I can read them, bro. Like, she probably even like sex, bro. Like, I like sex. I want to have it every night. So guess what I say? No matter what's happening, no matter how bad the day is, I'm gonna fuck tonight. That's how I look at this. Like, it's like, I know that sounds crazy. Like, what does that mean? But it's like, Terry, you know what I'm saying, Terry? It's like as a man, that's kind of your reward for being a good man. That's kind of your reward for being a good man. You get some.
Yeah, like, even when you get into it with your girl, it's like, you can be mad at me, but don't put the pussy on, you know.
We still gonna have sex. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Some of y'all ladies out here.
They make sex a weapon.
Some of y'all ladies out here be exposing the dudes you with by the attitude you have. Because I'm telling you, you ain't gonna have no attitude with me. I don't play that shit. Like, what am I living my life for if you got an attitude? It's like, damn, I'm giving you everything you want and you're still mad. At that moment, I'm gonna quit. Hey, trying. Go ahead.
That's why they be saying, Ray, oh, she glowing. She glowing.
She glowing. A woman is only seen as glowing for two reasons. When she's pregnant, right, fellas? And when she's getting fucked good. And usually when she's getting loved on good. And usually one follows the other. She has the loved on good glow, then she has the pregnant glow, and then we gotta pray that they last after that, because once her body starts changing, all the other shit you gotta be ready for.
Wait, she disagrees. So what we?
I disagree with.
Okay, let's go. I like when you disagree. By the way, I be inviting Alexis. I had to make her come down. I be like every day, because I'm like, we need a relationship expert on the Raydar Report to make us act mature. The floor is yours.
Childish.
We're a little immature on this show. We need a little mature.
Boys Club. Okay, but I disagree. I disagree though, because black women, it's like black women are taught sugar and spice and everything nice.
Okay, I forgot the audience loves you. Finish.
You have to remember that your vagina, you hold your vagina sacred. And so that sacredness that comes from we birth children. Our wombs can birth literal babies. Right. So you think we about to just give it up?
Well, they are. Alexis, they are.
But the ones that aren't are not being held to the same accountability.
Get him to Quan. Get him no, hold on. Quan is our registered YN. He represents the YNs in the room. Most kids are good kids. Like, we can tell Quan's outside dealing with some shit. Go ahead, Quan. Give us your shit, Quan.
Nah, I was gonna add on to that. I mean, that should be the case, right? But I mean, with this whole OnlyFans thing, with social media, that's not what's being represented. You know what I'm saying? By any woman of any race. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything's exposed nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if this is gonna sound super crazy. I'm probably not qualified to say this.
Now we all qualified. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
But they can get you.
But it don't seem like woman is holding they lady parts
sacred
anymore. I'm
no.
honest.
No, I say that. No, listen. I listen. Let me just say this. My 7th grade teacher, Miss Neesmith, beautiful. Everybody had a crush on Miss Neesmith. If social media was here, I would know all her business now. Like girls be post. I'll be seeing girls that with their jobs posting, I can't wait to get bent over this weekend. Bitch, what are we doing? Like, come on, like
y'all gotta stop using social media as the barometer for what the real world is experiencing.
Okay. We got the real world in the room. That's what we need her.
I mean, most people are not busting it open on OnlyFans. That's like 5% of the population. Most people are going to work every day, going to Starbucks, coming home, cooking dinner, and going to sleep. They may go to a wine place over the weekend. They're not doing all of that. So women still regard themselves to a very high value. The problem is
the hoes
started winning.
The hoes got
black
louder.
men started wifing hoes. Back in the day, they wasn't wifing hoes.
Oh, I'm about to tell her. I got you. I'm gonna tell her. So Alexis. So here's what I have a theory. I believe that like they look at eras. They call it the Great Depression, and this was like they're gonna call from like 2000 to like 2025 the whole era. Now, here's my thought process. Oh, yeah, thank you. To make sure. So here we go, Alexis. So basically, here's how it goes. So what I said was that I said that Kim Kardashian and Ray J opened the portal up because that was the first time. Because remember, Kim is a billionaire, and we found out who she was from a sex tape. So that's why I think Beyonce album broke the walls down. Now here's why. Because Beyonce was talking whole shit on that album, but people don't know that she was talking about her husband. So when she was saying, driver roll up the partition, please. I don't want you to see B on her knees. Like she was on her knees, but it was for her husband. When she was talking about riding wood, it was for her husband. And I think that once Beyonce was on that energy, I think it gave every woman in the country freedom to be, let their whole side be free. Every woman has a hoe in them, but they let the whole side be free. But what I believe that Puff's trial is going to close the whole portal. And I think once Puff's trial closed the whole portal, the whole era will be over, and we'll be looking back 50 years from now saying, you remember the whole era? And at the top of the whole era, the peak of the whole era, we had hoes becoming billionaires. Like you got literally hoes making more to show their body than NBA players right now. You got girls 18 trying to get their body done now so they could be fine for, like, literally we live in a beauty hoe era. And I hope that Puff trial closes it, and that's what I'm saying. We ended the whole era right here. That's what I would say. So hold on, get a mic to Alexa. I want to. So Alexa, how do you understand what I'm saying, and what's your thoughts on it?
The whole era never started with them, though. The whole era started with Pamela Anderson. It started with Travis Barker, Shayna's wife, when they were on MTV. It started with Flavor Flav when he had 30 women on TV fighting for him.
Okay, so here's my only thing. You're right. But here's my only thing. Pamela Anderson didn't influence black women.
Back then she did.
No, I'm saying she didn't influence black women.
So she influenced white women?
Yes.
That the black women ended up wanting.
No, she influenced white women, and Kim Kardashian, I'm going to give them their props. Kim Kardashian and her mother ushered in the whole era. They run it, they own it, they the queens of it, and by the way, respect to them. I'm not even trying to be disrespectful, because in the hood, a scammer is not a bad thing. Like sometimes, like when we need some shit, call a scammer. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like in the hood, when you need some shit, like just being honest with you, call the plug, right? So I'm not saying it, but I'm saying, because you got to remember, the Kardashians had one thing that Pamela Anderson and them didn't have. They had black girl bodies. That's what made black girls say. And they were black girl bodies. And while Pamela Anderson and her little white girl body was dating Tommy Lee and Brett Michaels and all those white men, black girls didn't give a fuck. But as soon as Kim Kardashian got that ass done and started fucking Ray J, every nigga wanted his spot in line, and a lot of niggas got their spot. But she was making money from being seen with every last one of them niggas. She made the girlfriend celebrity the thing. So you got to give that to them. But I think Puff trial is going to end. I think Puff trial is going to end. Puff trial is going to end the whole portal. I think after Puff trial, rich men are going to start going back to like paying their 1 or 2 prostitutes. Like talking to. I'm being honest, because it's like we seeing the peak of it. Y'all be acting like the world don't have residue. Y'all be acting like shit don't change. We seeing the peak of it. Puff Daddy, who's on his way to be worth $2 billion, is now in trial fighting for his life for fucking.
That's crazy.
So I want to ask the ladies in the room something,
please.
Damn, we really turning it up.
This is the last question, because I gotta.
Is Cassie a hoe?
Cassie is a hoe.
Okay.
No, the lady.
When he said ladies.
I love Mosky. Okay, ladies. Hold on, Zaria, hold on here. Go ahead. Alexis, you first. Is Cassie a hoe?
Cassie is an opportunist. If we discussing what a hoe is, if a hoe is an opportunist, then yes. But there are hoes who doing it for free. She did it because it was an opportunity for her to come up. That's not just hoeing.
That sounds like a business person to me.
Correct.
But here's what I'm saying. That sounds right point. I said that's what Kardashians brought to the table. Sure. They made hoeing a business. It's a business.
Correct.
Still a hoe. Yeah.
So now tricking fuck up tradition.
Tricking ain't dead. Like
Bro, prostitution is not the number one.
Absolutely.
What they say, the oldest job in the world.
It is.
Women realize you want this.
Women been
That's
finessing.
some rice on there. You got rice.
Your grandma was finessing.
Right.
Your grandma.
Just cause, like, I'm not trying to do all that extra shit.
Yeah,
Like,
but
you feel me? I be like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, Rocky. Question: is Cassie a hoe?
I'm gonna say no, because she did it for her man. So that's a different perspective.
I would have to agree with Alexis on this because I mean it was a business. She wasn't doing it for free, but it's females out here that do it for free. So I mean, she was making money while doing it.
I'm gonna ask you a question. You, Rocky. There's a statement in the porn industry that women use called "gay for pay." You ever heard that statement?
Yeah.
Where it's basically like, I ain't gay, but you got some money, I'll have fun with a girl.
Right.
Does that make sense to you? It should.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay. So let me ask you a question. Now I'm gonna flip it. You just met a guy. You like him. He likes you. He tells you, back in the day, I used to have sex with men for money, but it was only for pay. I wasn't gay. It was only for the money. Is he gay? Is he gay? He has sex with men for money, but he's not gay. Is he gay?
I'm gonna say no because
Oh my God! Show's over.
Because he don't like it. I feel like you gotta like it to be gay.
Nah.
I'm sorry,
Rocky, but I agree with you, Rocky, because
I
agree.
Oh my God.
I agree. You know why? Because black men are the only species of men that believe just because you're doing something sexual, it has to be gay. White men.
Oh shit!
White.
Mosky, stop. Go. I want to hear this.
Because white men.
Go ahead.
White men, they'll kiss each other and be like, oh, that was just a kiss. I'm not gay. And they'll be right in front of their white wife, and their white wife knows it's a business and it's just flirting, and they'll go on about their day.
And they talk about balls all day.
They talk about balls. Everything in white comedy is about gay, homosexual activity.
You got my camera on. Keep going. Go ahead.
They make it about that. Black men make everything gay. Like, that is not, but gay sexuality is a prism. It's a spectrum. Stop making it, everything is not.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this. She's not wrong, but black men don't want to hear that shit. This is when we are not accountable partners. Because if we were accountable partners, we can. She's not saying anything wrong. By the way, I hate that pause. No homo. I hate that shit. Black men only people play that. I've never seen white men play that. Black men are the only men. By the way, as an accountability partner, she said something right. Black men are the only men, true, who make everything gay.
Someone said that's the difference between men's perspectives and women's perspectives.
But it goes back to that little challenge that everybody was doing a few weeks ago when you were supposed to call your homeboy and be like, good night. And everybody was like,
yo, I had such a good
every
time
man
watching
was
it.
like,
So I'm gonna just say this because people said it. Here's my thought. I think Cassie is a hoe, but I think every woman is a hoe for her man. And I think that she just had a more extreme man that wanted a more extreme hoe. And on that note, this the Raydar Report. We gotta wrap this shit up. We're doing it again. Hold on.
If a nigga just takes some dick just because he don't like it, he's not gay? No, bro, like, he's gay. Yo, because you know.